important. And as part of testing, this is the crucial part. Another very important part is the database. So let me show you why do you need a database, right? Why do you need a database? So if you see here, just take the diagram, any web application diagram, I'll just show you that. So this is the one. So any web application, these are the three layers will be there. Presentation layer, that is appearing to you. So that is designed by HTML, JavaScript, CSS. And the application layer, the main code logic is written by any of these programming languages, Java, .NET, C#, Python, C++, VB, VB.NET. Any programming languages are used to design the application code, basically logic. And third layer is the crucial, the data layer, where your data resides is in this layer. All the data will store in this databases. So database layer. So there are different databases will be there. So MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, MongoDB. There are different database servers will be there. So any database server you take, so the main objective of this layer is just to store the data there. So to store the data, we are using a database, and that databases are different database names are all this. So, okay, you have a database, every application has a database. So no doubt in all these modules must be there. Okay. So understand, any web application must have these three layers. Presentation layer means that is appearing to you. That is, this is the visible. This is the presentation layer. You can see UI. So how it works is that is this application layer, the logic, everything built on this application layer. For example, you are buying 5 products. Each product has a different prices. How you can calculate that? That is all sum of all the prices. That logic, who will build that? That is built on this application layer area. That output will be presented to you with this presentation layer. So the data, okay, once you book, once you ordered a product, order ID will create. That ID will be stored in the database layer. So all this is the 3 layers is a mandatory for any web application. Okay, so that. So web application, one of the module is a database. So now we are going to learn the database. If you want to learn nicely, you need to go to, so there is a nice website, w3schools.com. Okay, so this website you go and see, you have everything here. So many languages. So you just select the SQL. So SQL is one of the language to interact with any database. So for example, I am communicating with you in English, right? Or some other language. So that's a language barrier for to communicate with you. Same way to work, to talk with any database, this SQL is very important. So this is the SQL is a standard language for storing, manipulating, retrieving data in databases. So this is SQL means structured query language. So it is a structured query language. We have different database, MySQL, SQL Server, MS Access, Oracle, Sybase, Informax, Postgres, and other databases. These are all called different databases. Any one database people will use. Any one database they will use. So that's the so the SQL database. And so examples in each chapter, right? Select star from customer table. See, so simple code we are writing with our online SQL editor. You can edit the SQL statements and click on button to view the result. See, so select is one of the command. Okay, select is one of the command. So you are getting all the data from this table. From after table name will be there. So that we'll discuss all those things. Okay, we'll discuss all those things. So let's jump into the SQL introduction. So SQL is a standard language for accessing and manipulating the databases. So SQL stands for structured query language. Okay, so what this SQL will do? SQL can execute queries against a database. SQL can retrieve the data from a database. SQL can insert records into the database. SQL can update the records in the database. SQL can delete records from database. SQL can create a new databases. SQL can create new tables in the database. So database can have multiple tables. So table has a rows and columns, right? So that tables it can create, and also you can create a stored procedures in the database. You can create a views in the database. So you can set the permissions on the tables, procedures, and views. So all this can be done with SQL. So with SQL, you can retrieve the data, you can execute queries, you can insert the data, you can update the data, you can delete the data into the database, you can create a new databases, new tables you can create. So these are all these things you can do. So that's the what SQL can do that. Okay, so however, to do all this, we need these commands. Major commands are select, update, delete, insert, where. These are the main commands you need. So let's go and understand one by one what are these commands. So RDBMS means Relational Database Management System. So this RDBMS is the basis for SQL for all modern databases like SQL Server, IBM DB2, Oracle, MySQL, Microsoft Access. All this are important. So now, what is this command will do? This command will fetch all the data from customers table. So there is a customers table. In that table, star means it will fetch all the data, all the columns data. So that we'll see one by one and we'll understand. Okay. So this is the database tables. See, a database most often contains one or more tables. Each table is identified by a name, like a customers table, orders table. Table contains again records. So with the data. See, now here you have this is the customer ID, customer name, contact name, address, city, postal code, country. So like you have so much data here, right? So this is one of the table name. What is this table name? Customers table. So in this customers table, you can get all the data. If you want to print all the data, you can just write simply like this. Select star from customers. So try it up. Now you execute, run this SQL query. This is the SQL query we call this. So that means database you are accessing and getting the data. If you access, see you got all the data. See all this data you got. So you got all the data. So this many rows are there, and these are the columns. Okay, so 91 records are there in this table, in this customers table. Okay, so that's we'll explore more. So what is this select statement? All this I'll show you that. So SQL keywords are not case sensitive. Select is the same as a select capital letter also. See, some of the most important SQL commands are select, extract data from a database. What this select command will do? It will extract the data. You want to get the data from the database. So you call select. So update, it is meaning itself telling, update the data in the database. Delete, deletes the data from the database. Insert a new data into a database. Create database, create a new database. Alter database, modifies a database. Create table, creates a new table. Alter table, modifies a table. Drop table, deletes a table. Create index, drop index. So these are the commands you should know, some of them at least, okay? Not all of them, at least. First command is select command. See what this select command will do. The select statement is used to select data from the database. So the syntax is select column 1, column 2 from the table name. Okay, which column so data you want? Only that column data from this table it will fetch. Here column 1, column 2 are the field names of the table. You want to select. So for example, I want only customer name. So I can write like this. See, select customer name and city. So both, I'm writing both. So try it yourself, practice. So select customer name, city from customers. So you got only customer names and city one. 2 columns, customer name column, city column. So you give the column names here, select after, give the column name. Then from the table name. So that syntax you must follow. So the syntax is very clearly given. Select column 1, comma, column 2. If you want to include multiple columns, each column name you give. So the column names where you will get in the table. Here are the table name. In the table column names, these are all the column names. From table name. So select star from table name. So these are the tables. We can practice more. We can practice. You also go here and practice. Try different things and write. So if you are not practicing, it's a difficult. Okay, practice is a very important here to succeed. So star means, what is meant by star? So why I didn't write here star, right? You can give column names or you can give star also. Star means all columns from this table it will fetch. That's a star means. Fill this. Insert a missing statement to get all the columns from the customer table. So what is missing here? Select. Right, select. Submit answer. You can see, check the answer. Your answer is correct. Submit the answer. So that's a correct. Correct. So like this, you can practice also here. Your exercise, more exercise will be there. Okay. So that's the one thing. Let's move on to the next. Select a distinct statement. Distinct means what? So distinct means unique, right? So only distinct values it will give. So the select a distinct statement is used to return only distinct values. So inside a table, a column often contains many duplicate values. And sometimes you only want to list the different values. So select distinct column 1, column 2 from table name. So distinct column 1, column 2 means, okay, distinct means no duplicates. It will give you only unique values. So let's go and try this. Here, I'll try here. Distinct customer name and city. So you run this. So there is no duplicates. You will get only unique values. That's this. See 91. All are unique only. No duplicates. Yeah, all are unique only. No duplicates. But this one is see duplicate, right? But here the name is main. So that's why customer name is unique. Any duplicates are there? There is no duplicates there. So that's how you can get it. Select country from customers. So you'll get the color. So country names are no duplicates. See now if you see this, if you run this, see country names are duplicate. See Germany, Germany. Mexico, Mexico. So duplicates. Now you run distinct. Distinct country. See now you see only unique 21 records only. So no duplicates. So that's the distinct means unique country. No duplicates will be given to you on particular column. On particular column you have to give. That's the so this one distinct means. So select a distinct country from customers. So you want to get the total count, a distinct count. So there is a count function is there. So there is a count function. For example, count distinct country. If you give, so total count it will give. Say 21. It will give the count. It's a count is a function name. It will give a number of countries of distinct. So that's the count function. So count star as a distinct countries from select a distinct country from customers. So you can write like this also. And practice this, okay, this one. Next, most important is where class. So where class is used, put a condition on that table to filter. The where class is used to filter the records. You want to filter the records. Then you will use a where class. And so where class is mainly to extract your required data. That case you will use where class. See here, select column 1, column 2 from table where the condition. You put the condition. So where class is not only used on the select statement, but you can use on the update to delete also. So where class is used in the select to update to delete also you can use. So now here a simple example you take. The following SQL statement select all the customers from the country Mexico in the customers table. So you have to write select a star all the customer names star from customers where country equal to Mexico. So that means it will return only the people who are in the customers in the Mexico country. See the condition. Otherwise it will return all of them, right? So to put a condition, we're using a where class. Where class is to filter the data. If you want to filter the data, you will use where class. That's a where class. See here, select a star from customers where customer ID equal to 1. So if customer ID equal to 1, if you want to get, you can use. So these operators, numeric operators, text fields versus numeric operators. See here, equal operator, greater than, less than, greater than or equal, less than or equal, not equal. So these are between a certain range. Like search by a pattern. You can search by a pattern. So in to specify multiple possible values in the particular column. So this is another very important practice this also. Okay. And let's see here. Select all records where the city column has the value Berlin. So select a star from customers where, okay, where city is, what is that? Berlin. The string you have to mention in the single quotes. Submit the answer. Okay, the answer is correct. See, this is the correct. So like this, you can practice exercises also. So practice all these exercises, very important, those things also. Next, and are not operators. So you will use with and are not operators with where clause. The where clause can be combined with and are not operators. And are not operators you can use. The AND operator displays a record if all the conditions separated by AND are true. So both the conditions are true, then the records will be displayed. The OR operator displays a record if any of the conditions separated by R is true. The NOT operator displays a record if the conditions is not true. So that's the undo or not operators. So select column 1, column 2 from table where condition 1 and condition 2 and condition 3 means if all these conditions are true, then only you will get the column 1, column 2 data. Otherwise you won't get. So R, select column 1, column 2 and so on from table name where condition 1 or condition 2 or condition 3, then you get the data. R means any one is true out of these conditions, then you will get the data. So not syntax. Select column 1, column 2 from table where not condition. Then you can use, if this condition is not true, then you will get this data. Okay, so let's go and practice this. So the following SQL statement select all fields from customers where country is Germany and city is Berlin. See that? How to write that? They will give like these statements for you. You have to write the command like this. So select a star from customers where country equal to Germany and city equal to Berlin. So then you will get all the data. Get this. Run SQL. See, only one record is there. Berlin with Germany, only one record. So this is how you can practice more. So our example, the following SQL statement select all fields from customers where city is Berlin or München. So the city, where city is either Berlin or München, you get all the customers. So select a star from customers where city equal to Berlin or city equal to München. So this is the one, you can try it out. Run this. See, you got it, 2 records. The customer ID is 1 and customer ID is 25.